Okay, this reading is for Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? So far for Pisces and for Scorpio, we have a lot of self-care going on. And so maybe the water signs are in a moment of change. It's a good way to put it. But let's see what happens with Cancer. What messages do you have for Cancer? And for everybody that didn't hear already, I am currently wearing selenite and cleansing myself as well. So I'm doing self-care as well. What messages do you have for Cancer? I'm not going to read that card till I get more. It's the Three of Cups in reverse, but I don't feel comfortable saying anything until I see what else is going on. Cancer, you may have been involved with somebody that kind of goes silent. Can you please stop licking yourself while I'm doing readings? Thanks. Let's get some more. I feel like everything's in reverse, so this isn't looking super positive right now, but there's clearly something here where there's like no celebration, no more communication, and an imbalance. Somebody was giving more than the other person. That's a good way to put it. I feel like you're going to... Oh, I don't like this. Don't bring up past situations as as some sort of form of justification with this person, because it's not going to work. It's going to push them away more. I feel like you're offering them a lot of stuff and they're just declining. Okay, they're just not where you want them to be. So I feel like you might pull out the big guns, like to try to like resolve the issue. Like, oh, well, do you remember that time in, 1842 that you did this to me? Like that kind of thing. Don't do that. Like it's telling me that you want to do that. You're both coming up as reversed, and you're both coming up with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me there is no growth here. They're coming up. You're coming up, well, take it as it resonates, because it could be either or. But one of you is coming up as a stable, long-term, earth signy, like sort of energy, right? But in reverse. So now you're kind of like, fuck. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. The other one is coming up with you holding back any sort of emotions they have. This feels like you, but again, take it as it resonates. So, and in reverse, like, okay, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And there's no growth here. There was definitely something here, because you're both the king and the queen. So there was definitely something here at some point, but I don't see it here anymore. Give me 3 more cards for Cancer. Can you please stop licking yourself right now? Like, he wakes me up doing that sometimes. It's fucking gross. I can't stand it. Oof. Oof. Cancer. If your way of dealing with this situation that's hurting your heart is to go out and have a fling with somebody new, just know if you do that, this person's going to get emotionally attached to you and want to actually get involved. Okay, so you are seeing it as sort of like a fling to heal a situation that where you're hurting and you're feeling like abandoned by this other person. But they are now like, oh, this is great. I really enjoyed this. So now me and Cancer are going to have a thing. And I don't feel like you're on the same page at all, because you're just coming up as a fling, and they're coming up as like, that was a great fling. A cat could be relevant, by the way. They could have a cat, or they could be a Leo. Give me the outcome of this situation. This is actually very funny. This makes me laugh. I love that, flirting your way into a relationship. Like there's like 1,000 memes about that. That happens, like, you know, like when you're like bored and you're out with your friends and you're like, you start talking to somebody just because you're like, whatever, like I'll never see this person again, and then all of a sudden like you start seeing this person everywhere and you're like, fuck, this is not how I intended this to go. Well, that's odd and weird. Obviously, this fling situation off the table. It's not even a consideration for you. That's very, like, clear. But it also tells me that you do eventually release this person that was upsetting you to begin with, or wasn't in the direction you wanted it to go. It's sort of, you're like, all right, this attachment is done. And since we have the Nine of Wands ending it in reverse, it tells me that you're not going to spend a whole lot of time being really distraught over this. You're just kind of going to like accept it for what it is. Maybe the fling like helps you like reevaluate. Who knows? I have no idea, but I just feel like you're going to be okay. And I do feel like you're going to manifest something else. I do, because we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck, and all the sad cards are in reverse, which tells me like you probably have other situations coming up that will put you in a better mindset, kind of clear things, make things clearer for you, and you come to the realization you're like in a better place, like without all this bullshit. So that's really positive. And I hope this helps.